Buenos dias, ¿cómo está? Welcome. And we're going to do the rebuild of RC Deportivo in La Liga Spartanbank, or Segunda Division. Now, Deportivo is leaving FIFA next year because they've been relegated in the 1920 season. This is sad. This is a team that throughout the late 90s, 2000s was a legitimate contender for the Liga. They finished in the top three 8 times in a 12-year span there, including winning a league title in 99-2000. Tell you how rare that is in La Liga. Outside the big three, I believe only 7 other clubs have won a La Liga title in its history, and that dates back to 1936, 37-ish. So in 80 years. And in fact, since 99-2000 when Deportivo won, Valencia is the only Spanish club outside the big three to win a title in that 20 years. They do have some success in Europe, including a semis in the Champions League in 03-04 and quarters finals in 01 and 02, back-to-back years there. So we're going to try and help Deportivo out and take them to a Champions League title. Let's see what we can do. Here's a look at the lineup for Deportivo. Bunch of bunch of late 60s, low 70s. Now, the problem is 4 of these guys are on loan. So, really, the only guy that's probably going to have to keep for long term is going to be Muhaid. The right back, he's a low to mid 80s potential. And the other one is Mr. Vallejo. He has around 80 potential. So other than that, most everybody's expendable. No offense to Jimenez, but he is 35, so I think we're going to start off and try to chase a goalkeeper and work on the defense some. So let's see what we can do this transfer window. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to recall Diego Roland back, who's on loan at FC Juarez. He's the highest rated player that my team can have, so he's being recalled. We're putting him in the lineup. A couple players sold. David Simone's going to Costepe for $820,000. Our captain, the veteran goalkeeper Danny Jimenez, going to Casim Pasa, $1.1 million, and Nico Poveda is going to Brentford for $1.25 million. 3 more players sold. Vicente Gomez going to Trabzonspor, $1.1 million. Michele Soma, the Italian, going to Leeds United for $2.7 million. And Borja Valle is going to Fenerbahce for $2.2 million. So I'm going to try things a little different this time around. Mostly chase younger goalkeepers. But I couldn't I like to keep a Spanish flavor in this team. Couldn't really find a younger one in my price range with good potential. So I'm going to go for a year or two with an older goalkeeper that has a high number to help my team. So we've signed the 35-year-old veteran goalkeeper Miguel Moya from Real Sociedad for $4.1 million. 79 overall rated in the Liga Segunda Division. That should do nicely. Welcome to the club, Miguel. Hope you can lead my young guys to victory. So we've signed the 18-year-old Spanish center back Eric Garcia from Manchester City for $2.85 million. Welcome to the club, Eric. And even though he's not quite as big time as some of the others I've seen, we've signed the Spanish goaltender Inaki Peña from Barcelona for $1.05 million. He's going to be the backup to Moya, and hopefully he'll grow to the point where when Moya's contract's up in 2 years, he'll pass him in rating and take over from there. Okay, the only moves left for this transfer window were we've sold Bergantinos to Cardiff City for $380,000. Santos Laguna got Santos for $690,000. That's all the moves for this transfer window. We're going to move January 1st, see how we're doing in the Segunda Division. So, was able to find a 5-star talent recruiting scout. So these 4 are all being signed from the youth academy to top team. This guy's going to be impressive as a center forward / striker. 66 overall at 17 already. Potential 78 and 92. Yeah, I think he'll be a guy that will become a regular in our lineup. So, anyways, on to January 1st. So, at January 1st, we're sitting in 4th. So, we're in the promotion playoff race. We're only 5 out of first, so behind Raul Zaragoza and Girona. So I have about $3 million left to spend, which I purposely held because I wanted to see what I got in the youth academy, which I got a couple, as you saw, a couple midfielders and a center forward slash striker. So if I can find anybody, it'll probably be for center back. So anyways, if I don't make any moves, we'll just go straight to the end of the season. If I do, you'll see them here. This was a youngster I was hoping to keep and grow to a solid backup or starter, but just recently negotiated a contract with him again in the year. And had to have a release clause, and Kasimapasa has paid it for $1.75 million for Yago Gandoy. A couple more people are going to be called up to the youth academy. Here you go. So we've paid release calls for 18-year-old striker Iker Lozada from RC Celta, which I believe is Deportivo's regional rivals. I could be wrong on that, but we paid the release calls, and now with Wonder Kid Torres out of the youth academy, may have our strikers for the future. Anyways, that's definitely going to be the last move for this transfer window. So let's go to the end of the season and see if we can get promotion to La Liga. And here's the final group we're going to sign from the youth squad. All looks like it would be solid players to probably sell down the road. I don't think any of them is going to grow enough to be a superstar. Maybe Jara as a goalkeeper. But anyways, time for the end of the season results. And we have edged out the title in the Segunda Division of the La Liga by 1 point over Zaragoza, 5 over Girona, and 9 over Rayo Vallecano. So we still got the title, though. It doesn't matter how close. In the Copa de España, Real Madrid beat Barcelona. Nope, not deja vu. Real Madrid beat Barcelona to win the Champions League. Inter Milan defeated Manchester U to win the Europa League. Beginning of next season, striker Bovoy will be going by Shakir. Oh, I screwed that up for 1.6 million, and Kiko will be going to Girona for 1.7 million. Quick look at stats. Good thing I called Diego Rolon back from his loan, because he scored 30 goals for us this season. Nice productive. Now this lineup's going to look quite a bit different, because like I said, several players are going back that were on loan, but that's not too bad because quite a few of the guys that were on loan were strikers or up front people, which I've got Torres, Lozada to replace them. So feeling kind of confident here that we can do decent next year. The only question is with goalkeeper, because Moya only dropped 1 point. That's the advantage of goalkeepers; they don't drop as much when they get older in FIFA. So we'll see. But let's go to season 2 and see how we fare in our first season back in La Liga. As you see, we sold a lot of people off to start with, so just not going through the amounts. Just Alex Cobos going to the Romanian club CFR Cluj. Luis Ruiz is going to LAFC. Borja Galan is going to Bristol City. Sabin Marino is going to Strasbourg. Vasilios Lampropoulos is going to Dusseldorf, and Gaku Shibasaka is going to Genoa. That was a mouthful. Okay, after all that signing, we've made 2 signings. We've signed Jorge Mere from Coln for $14 million. And then we've went out and signed the 20-year-old central midfielder from Barcelona, Ricky Puig. Somewhere I've heard his last name pronounced differently. Don't remember where, but I know this is how I've heard this name pronounced before, so I'm going to go with it, even though I know I've heard it different. Yeah, we've bought him for $14.7 million. Welcome to the club, Ricky. So, CD Leganes has paid Diego Roland's release clause of $18.7 million. His value is only about 8 or 9 million, and he's 27, 28 years old, 75 rated, so I'm going to go ahead and insert Lozada in the lineup, who like 19, 20, and 70 rated, and even though it will be a downgrade for this moment at striker position. Losadas is going to grow exponentially with that move. So we've signed another Spaniard, which is all I'm doing. We've signed Ohan Senchet, the 20-year-old central midfielder we got for $15 million from Athletic Club. That's the end of what was a busy transfer window. We're getting a good core of young Spanish players. I am a little worried about the goalkeeping position because Moya is obviously going to be going down at 36 years old. Hopefully not much, but he is still only 78, 77 rated goalkeeper, which I'm not sure is enough in the La Liga. And the board's goal for us is to avoid relegation, so that should be a sign, maybe. But anyways, let's go to January 1st, see if we are above the relegation zone. Well, we're not in the relegation zone. We are in the relegation battle, though. We're in 16th, 2 points ahead of Leganes for the relegation battle. We're well ahead of 19th, 20th, which is the two teams that got promoted, those Zaragoza and Rayo Vallecano. Real Madrid is leading Atletico Madrid by 3 in the top of the standings. So let's see if we do any business this transfer window. So I didn't have a lot of money, but I do have an issue with my midfield with Puig and Sanchez. They don't have very good stamina because they're youth. So I got a backup defensive midfielder, 26-year-old Oscar Valentin from Rayo Vallecano for $2.35 million. He's just strictly there as a guy off the bench because I need a decent player off the bench, especially one that can play defense. Since well, my midfield's not very good at it. So that will be my only move of this transfer window. So let's go to the end of the year and see if we can keep our butts in La Liga and keep my butt on the bench before I get fired. So we did it. We finished 17th place, 8 out of the relegation zone. Leganes, Zaragoza, and Rayo Vallecano is going down. This, and out of all my rebuilds, this is probably the lowest point total I've ever had for a single season. 30. But anyways, we are making it another year in La Liga. That's all that matters. Real Madrid won the league over Atletico Madrid and Barcelona. Barcelona won the Spanish Cup over Sevilla. Featuring the Premier League, Manchester City defeated Liverpool to win the Champions League. PSG defeated Leicester City in the Europa League final. That's a new one for these rebuilds. Here's a look at our stats. As you see, we didn't score a lot of goals, even though it was balanced when we did. I guess that's good news. Now, we did have some strong growth this year. Naki Pena, in fact, took over for Moya in the goal. Here. So as you see, a lot of our youth academy people went up 4, 5, and 6. So this means that I expect us to actually improve next year. The goal is mid-table, but let's advance to season 3 and see what we can do next year. So we had a problem with offense last year, so we made a move to sign wide midfielder Pedri, the 18-year-old from Barcelona, for $20.7 million. 18-year-old at a 77 rating. That's the youth movement to improve the team. So we sold our Turkish midfielder Emre Korak. So, simple transfer window since we spent most of our money on Pedri since the board didn't give us much money. So let's go January 1st. Hopefully we can get to mid-table. I'm really not sure, but what the heck, let's see. So we're sitting at 13th, close to mid-table, well above the relegation zone. Really nowhere near the top. Barcelona is leading the La Liga, so let's see if we do anything in this transfer window. So signing especially helpful since I need to move some people around up front. Pedro is out for 3 months injured, as you see on the left. We've signed the winger slash striker, 20-year-old from Real Sociedad, Ander Valencia, for $12.6 million. So the move to get Valencia will be the only move we make. Let's go to the end of the year and maybe we can confirm or get to that mid-table finish we're hoping for. So we finished right around mid-table, 12th, with 39 points. But as you see, there's a big gap between bottom half and top half. 19 points separates 10th and 11th. But we are slowly but surely advancing. I did forget to mention also Barcelona won the league over the two Madrids. Barcelona pulled off the domestic double, defeating Sevilla. They couldn't quite pull off the treble, though, losing Manchester City in the finals of the Champions League. It's a Manchester sweep of Europe as Manchester United beat Schalke to win Europa. Here you go, the stats. As you see, still not a high-scoring team, but we're still balanced. So, anyways, and a quick look at the stats here. So we're growing. But I've got my contingent Spanish players from Spain, so Spaniards. So I need to get top quality players. I'll still concentrate on Spanish speaking countries. La Liga usually historically has a lot of South American players from Brazil and Argentina, so we'll see. On to season 4. So I got offered almost double its value, so ahead of schedule and plans, I sold Ohan Sanchez to Dortmund for just a shade under 70 million. So we were able to bag a bargain with an excellent release clause. We've signed the youngster Ferran Torres from Valencia for $49.4 million, which is his release clause. That's the deal. We've signed Ajer Aketse to our rivals RC Celta. Well, maybe not our rivals, but fellow Spanish squad anyways, for $14.5 million. So I've sold Naki Pena to Brentford for $20 million. Time to go get another goalkeeper. And we got ourselves our new goalkeeper. We got Pau Lopez from Roma for just a shade under $60 million. And I have an accumulation of way too many strikers / center forwards. We're all around the same age and same numbers, so I had to get rid of somebody to get back players. So I sold Iker Losada to Fiorentina for $21.1 million. Now, I guarantee you most people wouldn't expect this, but my midfield needed better passing and a lot better defense. So even though he's 34 years old, we have signed one of the Spanish legends of the past decades, Sergio Busquets, coming from Juventus for $21 million. So that was it for this busy transfer window. Let's see if we can make that push above mid-table, maybe even push for Europa League spots. See you on January 1st. Now, we have made a significant improvement from last year. We are 5th, only 1 point out of the last Champions League spot, 4th. Real Madrid's leading at 50, and then Atletico Madrid's second, 47 points. So that's more like it. No business done, but in a second here I'll show you what our lineup currently looks like, and then we're going to advance in the season and see if we can get European football of some kind, maybe even Champions League. So as you can see, we have qualified for Champions League, finishing 4th in the league. Atletico Madrid won over Real Madrid, and then Barcelona trails, and then we trail them. So we, as you see, still got distance to go to catch them. But we got Champions League football next year. So bottom of the table, which is Zaragoza, Espanyol, and Vallecano. Barcelona defeated Valencia to win the Copa de España, which we lost Barcelona in the semifinals. In the Champions League, Man City has pulled off a three-peat, defeating Bayern 2-1. The Europa League's been taken on by Chelsea over Offenheim. Here's our stats for the year. As you see, our scoring's up. But now, next year, in year 5, we're going to Champions League to see if maybe we can pull off the miracle and win it in our first year. So we start off season 5 with a bang. We've signed Gabriel Martinelli, the Brazilian from Arsenal, for $32.8 million. He's going up front. So, beginning, we had Kiko on our team. Well, rearranged his letters some, and we get his Spanish brethren, Koke, coming from Inter Milan for $40 million. Well, I've had to sell a couple players because Pau Lopez got hurt and is out for till the end of December. Well, I had 2 Youth Academy goalkeepers. Problem is, the better one, which was around a 70 last year, was unhappy with playing time, so I couldn't renew his contract. So he wanted to be transferred, and nobody wanted to buy him. So I just completely lost him as a free agent. So right now my only goalkeeper is about 64 rated. So I've got to sell a couple players because if I miss my goalkeeper 5 months, not only will I not do well in the Champions League, I may not do well in La Liga to get back the Champions League. So I've sold Oscar Valentin to Porto for 2.7 million, and I've sold Jorge Fallin to Brentford for 8.2 million. Fallin's been with the club since the beginning. Didn't want to sell him, but again, do what I have to. So I've done about as well as I could expect to. I've signed the Portuguese goalkeeper from Wolves, Rui Patricio, for $6.1 million. He's now 35, but he's still 80 overall, so he'll do as a fill-in till Lopez gets back. So that's it for this transfer window. So let's go January 1st, see if we make it to the knockout stage Champions League, and we're hanging in there in the La Liga with Lopez out. Wow, we're sitting in 5th in La Liga. That's not bad because not only did Lopez miss all that time, but I had both Garcia and Mera both missed about 6 weeks. In fact, I've had about enough Garcia. That's the 5th time this rebuild he's missed 6 weeks or more for an injury. And in fact, I think I had him one other rebuild and the same thing happened. I sold him within 2 years. But anyways, let's see the Champions League and see if Patricio helped us make it to the knockout stage. Well, yes, we did. We finished second behind Man U and ahead of Benfica and Besiktas. So, granted, not the toughest group in the world, but still, Rui Patricio, signing of the year. In the round of 16, we get PSG, but still, making it to the knockout stage is a bonus with the injuries. I'm more likely not going to be able to do any business for this transfer window, so if I don't do anything, we're going straight to the round of 16, see if we pull off a miracle beating PSG. So I was talking about Garcia, then Juventus came in and paid his release cost of $97.7 million. So time to get another center back. This is going to give us a chance, maybe, to advance. We have acquired Jose Maria Jimenez, the Uruguayan, from Atletico Madrid for a little over $82 million. Not a bad replacement for Mr. Garcia. And even though a lot of people aren't fans, I haven't done one of these pre-contract ones in at least 4 or 5 rebuilds. And I would like to get this one done early so I can have a little break from doing these rebuilds. They've been running long lately. So pre-contract next year, I've signed the Portuguese Gonzalo Guedes for Valencia. Had him in my Sporting rebuild, and he was a monster in that rebuild. So next year, Guedes in the club. So that's it. This transfer window is all about the G's, Jimenez, Garcia, and Guedes. So time to go to the round of 16 matchup. So we start off this round of 16 against PSG. Though at home, we're fully healthy, so that's a good sign. They defeated Barcelona in the group stage. Yeah. Okay, well, let's give it a shot. 1-0 loss, huh? Still in there. So it's time for the away leg against PSG. We're down 1-0. So maybe we get lucky. Oh, we lost 3-2, so 4-2 aggregate. Well, considering the injuries, this is an improvement. So on to the end of the season, see if we re-qualify for Champions League for next year. We couldn't quite make it back to Champions League. We finished 5th with 79 points. Atletico Madrid beat out Barcelona by a point to win the league. Lopez got hurt for another few weeks in the second half of the year, so Patricio still got us to European football, so I can't blame him there. Atletico Madrid won the Copa de España over Villarreal. Barcelona went on to beat Liverpool in the finals of the Champions League. In an all-Italian affair, Napoli beat Milan 2-1 to win the Europa League. So here's a look at our stats. Again, we have really balanced scoring. Tell you how balanced. This is the 5th year of this rebuild. My leading scorers is Vallejo and Sebastian Torres with only 40 goals each. Then I have 2 other guys who are right behind with 37 each. So that's our stats. Remember, we got Guedes coming in for next year. Unfortunately, it's going to be just Europa League, but Hey, a title is a title. On to year 6. So we start the season off with a bang. We've signed the Argentinian Ezekiel Palacios from Bayern Leverkusen for $84 million. Welcome to the club, Ezekiel. Another original member of the club out, David Sanchez going to the Premier League with Sheffield United for $7.5 million. Also need depth on the bench, and Barcelona has a player with a $3.5 million release clause that's worth $9 million, so we've signed Schumi to be on the bench, backup center back. So I forgot to record the end of the transfer window, but what you saw is what you got. But here we are, January 1st, and look at that, we're in second place in La Liga. We've only given up 6 goals all season, so that's a bonus. Now, and we've got a really young team, especially being in the 6th year of the rebuild. So go. Let's see what we're doing in the Europa League. We swept through our group, beating Strasbourg, Copenhagen, and Cluj. In the round of 32, we'll face Lyon. We won't sim these matches, so we're just going to go to the transfer window, then the end of the season, and let's see if we win every. Okay, did nothing in the transfer window. On to the end of the season, where we'll see if we won the Europa League, and we win the league. So let's go. As you know, when I got Guedes, I had a surplus of young strikers up front, but I didn't want to get rid of them all. So when I negotiated contracts with Baronetza, I negotiated a really high release clause. Well, Atletico Madrid has paid the $145 million release clause. So next year, Baronetza will be at Atletico Madrid, but we'll have $140 additional million to spend. So win-win both of us. So we didn't quite win the Liga. We finished 3 points behind FC Barcelona. But we are back in Champions League football, and this is the best finish we've had in this rebuild yet. So, and we only allowed 14 goals all year, so our defense is definitely not the issue. Barcelona won the Copa de España over Atletico Madrid on penalties, who Atletico defeated us in the semis. Manchester City has won the Champions League over Liverpool again. That's what, 4th time they've done it in this rebuild in 7 seasons? Jiminy cricket. Gladbach won on penalties over Man U to win the Europa League. We actually lost, I believe it was the round of 16 to Arsenal on penalties. Look at that. Ferran Torres scored 41 goals this year, 27 in La Liga. This is more like the stats I expect to see. Well, maybe not necessarily this high, but a heck of a year by Ferran. Here's the stats for the players. As you see, they're in the 90s, and a bunch of my front-end guys are 89, 88. So in a way, this year was a good building year for the team. It just not a year of almost and should-haves. But anyways, year number 7, we're in Champions League. I think we take a good step to winning the whole thing. Also note, and I forgot to mention it, last year Busquets retired after the end of last year, the legend. And then this year, where is he? Mr. Rui Patricio is retiring in this year. So the guy led Portugal to their glory, their international glory. He's had a good career himself also. Good luck, gentlemen. Now on to year 7. To start the season off, I need some depth on the bench. With the loss of Patricio, I have signed Unai Simon, Spanish goalkeeper from Inter Milan, for $54.6 million. Then I've signed 2 backup center backs from Pau Torres from Lyon for $61.9 million. Yes, I know that gives me 3 Torreses in the team. And the Brazilian Luis Felipe from Schalke for $71.6 million. Welcome to the club, guys. So that's it for our transfer window. Selling the Baronets has helped fund the spending spree. So let's go January 1st to see where we're sitting and everything. Look at that. We're first place in La Liga through January 1st. We have given up few goals this year. Torres is out for a month and a half. That's why we got Simone. So, but we're leading Barcelona by 2, Atletico by 3. We finished second in our group, which is good enough to advance round of 16, but a little puzzling. But again, that may have been due to the injuries. We finished behind Dortmund, but ahead of PSV and Dynamo Kiev. Round of 16, we get to draw Juventus. So we did no business at the trade deadline. I just accidentally went over it. So here we are for the home leg against Juventus or Piemonte Calcio. Home leg, 3-1 win. Goals by Martinelli, and that's Sebastian Torres, the Youth Academy product. So time for the away leg. We're up 3-1, so I feel confident. 1-1 win. Draw. Martinelli with a goalie in the 59th minute, and Jovic scored both goals in this fixture for Piemonte. So the quarterfinals, we draw Dortmund, the team that beat us out for our group. Now let's see how much that was because Lopez is out because he's back for this fixture. Dortmund beat Liverpool 4-0. Wow. Okay. Now let's see how we do. We're doing the away leg first. 3-2 win. Martinelli with a hat trick. That's the way to go. For Dortmund, Dembele and Piatek scored. Now time for the home leg, the quarterfinals against Dortmund. Jimenez has been suspended for this game. So the third Torres on the team, Pau, is going to be starting. But he is 87, 88 rated, so here we go. 1-1, and that's good enough to advance to the semis. We made it to the semis finally. Goal by Pedri. One side of the semifinals, we have an all-French League semifinals. And on the other side, we are facing our Spanish League rival, Real Madrid, in the semis. So we're going to start off the home leg against Real Madrid. We're missing Muhed, who's out due to suspensions. Torres is getting another start. And the finals, 4-2 win. We scored 4 in Courtois. 2 for Martinelli, 1 for Sebastian Torres, and 1 for Pau Torres. Ferran Torres was the only Torres that didn't score. So it's time for the away leg fixture. Ricky Puig is out with injury, and Palacios is suspended, but luckily I can bring in the 87 and 89 off the bench of Cruz and Flejo. Then my backup will be Koke. So here we are with the away leg. 2-1 win with goals by Torres as Ferran and Martinelli. But Jimenez got hurt. Hopefully nothing serious. And then what had to be the upset of the century, Lille got to the finals over PSG, and so that's who we've drawn to try to win our first Champions League trophy here at Deportivo and La Corona. And we took the Liga Santander. The first division, we have won our what would be the club's second title in its history after the one in back in 2000. Finished ahead of Barcelona, Atletico Madrid. Real Madrid finished all the way down to 5th. And we pulled off the domestic treble and winning our first Copa del España over Barcelona 2-0 in this rebuild. And Napoli defeated Chelsea to win the Europa League. And here's a look at our squad before the game. As you see, a pretty balanced squad all across. We have Youth Academy products, Sebastian Torres right there. We have original team member Muhed right there. Vallejo is another original member of this team. Youth Academy product Cruz. The strength of this team is even, and I've had trouble other rebuilds, not necessarily one injury, but if I have 2 or 3, I don't have enough backups that's strong enough. Here we do. Here in the reserves, also a bunch of Youth Academy. Bordal is an original member of this team, so is, I believe that's Salva Ruiz, his name is, another original member. So, but like I said, majority of this team is Spanish, and those that aren't, most are from Spanish-speaking countries. Or Brazil, you have Spanish and Portuguese. Portuguese more dominant, but either way. So that's our team. It's going to be used to go in this matchup against Lille. Let's see how we do. So here we are. We are ready, and look at that. Lille came from behind to beat Paris. That's impressive. So let's get the match simulated. Year number 7 of this rebuild. Can we win the Champions League? 3-0 win. Another 2 goals by Martinelli and a goal by Ferran Torres. Martinelli's had to score double digits easily in the Champions League. Here's the stats to answer my question from earlier. Martinelli had 14 goals in the Champions League. The nice thing about this team, as you see, all the strikers are still mid-20s, so they still have room to grow. So for this next year to defend the Champions League titles, I always go give the team a chance in these rebuilds. I have to like my chances up front. I have to actually like my chances to do it again. But let's go to year 8 to do that defending of the title. Now, I will only show you the transactions and the end of the year results, as this is a bonus season. So, see you then, guys. So since we do have a young team, the only move I made was to sign Marcos Llorente from Spurs to give me an extra body off for the midfield on the bench. And then we loaned out Luis Felipe because of him complaining about playing time. Look at that, we won the Liga by 7 over Atletico Madrid and 10 over Barcelona. We won the Supercopa over Atletico Madrid at the beginning, or actually be towards the middle of the year. We repeat as Copa de España champions over Valencia. We defeated Napoli to win the UEFA Super Cup at the beginning of the year as well. I guess Napoli enjoyed being Europa League champions so much they want to do it twice, beating Milan in the finals. And we have repeated as winners of the Champions League over Chelsea 3-1, back to back. And here's the stats for season. Martinelli with 43 goals scored on this season. Ferran Torres with 35 and 16 assists. Continue looking at the stats. We took home 6 trophies this year. So that's an amazing season. And our highest rated player is Muhaid, an original member of this team when he was 18 years old. Maybe 19, I can't remember now. At 95, followed by 94, 93. So we don't have anybody super high, but a bunch of players all right there. So thank you for watching this rebuild. We have successfully got Deportivo back into FIFA since they're out next year, like I've said. And they've won 2 Champions League titles. So next week I'm not 100% sure of where I'm going with the rebuild. But if you liked, please like and subscribe. If you got a recommendation, you're welcome to put it down below. And in fact, if you have a new team going to FIFA 21 next time and you like to see that new team rebuilt, leave that mention down below too. I appreciate you guys' time. Enjoy your day and stay out of trouble.